You know, I've always been on tour with some real monsters, man. I toured with the Kings. Now, you know, I done heard all of the YouTubes and I done heard all the interviews and all like that. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. So this here little beef thing that everybody wanna start, cause you wanna make a name for yourself. That's cool, do you. You ain't gonna do it right here though. You ain't gonna build no reputation on Steve Harvey.
All right. So this ongoing feud between Katt Williams and Steve Harvey is escalating into something quite big, y'all. Steve Harvey is now retaliating against Katt and has made threats to expose his personal life and the darkest secrets he's been keeping from the public. For those who might not be up to speed, Katt recently made public accusations against Steve, alleging his pimping Lori Harvey to powerful men within the entertainment industry. Steve, however, vehemently denies these claims and has resorted to character attacks on Katt. He's even gone as far as hinting at employing a private investigator to delve deep into Katt's past to uncover any incriminating information. It's becoming increasingly apparent that we're on the brink of witnessing a full-blown conflict between these two personalities. Let's delve into the intricacies of this unfolding drama.
Little dogs bark the most. Okay now. But now, please understand.
It seems Katt is accruing more adversaries within the industry with each revelation he makes. And Steve Harvey has now become one of his adversaries. Katt has often insinuated that he's unpopular among industry insiders because he's privy to their unsavory secrets. Well, it appears Steve isn't fond of being exposed either, as he's allegedly resorting to intimidating tactics against Katt. For those wondering why there's tension between Steve and Katt, let me provide some context. The rift began about 2 weeks ago when Katt started airing out the dirty laundry of several celebrities in Hollywood. Eventually, he turned his attention to Steve, accusing him of orchestrating arrangements for his daughter Lori with Diddy. While these revelations might not have come as a shock to many, given Steve's apparent favoritism towards Lori over his other children, including his biological ones, it still stirred quite a commotion.
On one of our annual father-daughter dates to my favorite Japanese restaurant, and you just started talking to me about guys, and you just told me that you always supported me and you'd always be there for me no matter what, and you loved me.
When it came to his twin daughters, Steve Harvey's involvement was notably absent. Not only did he fail to partake in traditional father-daughter activities like outings, but he also neglected significant milestones such as their graduation. An insider who attended high school with the twins revealed that despite the attention they garnered due to their father's fame, Steve was conspicuously absent from their graduation. It's not just the twins who experienced this lack of paternal presence. Steve's son, Bri, also endured neglect for the initial 16 years of his life, with Steve seemingly disengaged from his parental responsibilities.
I didn't really have my dad full-time into my life until I was 16, right?
So let's talk about Steve Harvey's second son, Winan. TMZ got wind of some serious trouble involving Winan and the law. Apparently, things got so bad that the police and child protective services got involved. Allegedly, Steve was using some pretty harsh disciplinary methods on Winan, like hitting him with a belt and even a paddleboard typically used for fraternity hazing. The police report even documented some serious injuries on Winan's rear end and thigh, along with cuts on his leg. It was so bad that Winan had trouble peeing for days afterward. Now, here's where it gets even messier. Katt Williams claims that Steve managed to make this whole mess disappear by greasing some palms. Yeah, according to Katt, Steve paid off the authorities to sweep the whole thing under the rug. Now, why was Lori treated differently? Well, according to Katt, it's because she's pretty and Steve saw her as a valuable commodity. Katt dropped a bombshell, alleging that Steve was pulling the strings behind Lori's love life, essentially pimping her out to various guys in the industry. Yeah, you heard that right. Steve wasn't just playing Cupid, he was allegedly matchmaking Lori to different dudes. One of those lucky recipients? None other than Diddy himself. Remember when Lori and Diddy's relationship hit the headlines back in 2019? It was eyebrow-raising, to say the least, given their 28-year age gap. But it gets weirder. Diddy's son was older than Lori. Wrap your head around that one. But wait, it gets even crazier. Katt spilled some serious tea, claiming that Diddy had known Lori since she was a teenager. Apparently, Diddy and Steve ran in the same circles, and while they weren't besties, they were acquainted enough. According to Katt, Lori wasn't exactly a willing participant in this romantic entanglement. Steve essentially pushed her into Diddy's arms to boost the Harvey name even further. Now, you'd think Steve would step in and shut this whole thing down, right? Wrong. Instead, he and his wife Marjorie gave their blessing, even tagging along on a vacation with Diddy and Lori. Yeah, approving of your 22-year-old daughter dating a 50-year-old man is one thing, but vacationing with them? That's a whole other level. And get this. Katt wasn't even surprised by the relationship because he knew Steve had been trying to maneuver Lori into Diddy's life for a while. He finally saw his opportunity after Kim Porter passed away. Lori and Kim had a close relationship. And after Kim's passing, Lori even paid tribute to her on Instagram. But then, less than 4 or 5 months later, she's dating Diddy. It's all kinds of messed up, especially considering Lori claimed to love Kim so much. So, here's the kicker. Lori might not be the villain everyone thinks she is. According to Katt, Steve was the puppet master behind the scenes, pulling all the strings. Steve didn't hold back, calling out Katt for being a hypocrite. He argued that Katt's got his own closet full of skeletons, ones he wouldn't want to see the light of day. While Katt's busy airing everyone else's dirty laundry and setting them up for public scrutiny, Steve's promised to unearth Katt's deepest secrets, giving him a taste of his own medicine. But despite Steve's threats, fans aren't buying it. They've been suspicious for a while, with some even claiming they've long suspected Steve was involved in Lori's affairs. They're not buying into the idea that Lori's relationships were just about career advancement or status. They're calling out the creepy dynamic between Diddy, Lori, and Steve, especially considering Diddy's previous relationship with Kim Porter. And let's not forget how Steve and his wife seem to give their stamp of approval on the whole situation. It's all starting to get pretty juicy. But what's your take on Katt? Does he really have his own dirty laundry to air? Sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the next video.